I'm back, baby! Imagine your favorite thing in the entire world. That would be, for some people, maybe a spouse, maybe like a car, something that has a lot of emotional and maybe monetary value. For some people, it could be some dirty pocket watch from the 1920s that's worth 4 cents on eBay. But no, if you ask me what my favorite thing is in the entire world, it would be the Logitech G303 because I loved it so much. I loved the way it was. It was perfect the way it was. They didn't, I take that back. The shape was perfect the way it was. Everything else, kind of garbage, but still. The shape, perfect, perfection. I love that thing to death. I was really hyped for this eyesore. I made 5 videos on this. I keep reiterating, 5 videos. That's 5 more videos than I put out in the last 2 years. The only other time I was this excited for something is when I was 8 and me and my family would go on in the minivan on a little trip to Bend, Oregon or something, and they would put on this DVD. They would put on Britney Spears in Las Vegas. And being a sheltered Vietnamese suburb boy, that's the closest 8-year-old me ever got to see a boobie. Now let's go back to your favorite thing in the entire world. You don't want to change it, right? Because it's perfect. You know the quote that's like, if it ain't broke, then don't fix it. To the people who made this regression of modern design, you fucked it. The line of change is right here. Like a very fine, minuscule line, right? And sometimes people waddle over it. Sometimes people regress back. Logitech took a fucking leap of faith and they ruined this. You know, people want to shake things up a little bit because that's what makes innovation innovation. You know what Logitech said to that line? Logitech tightened their corporate suspenders and they took a fucking leap of faith. They took a leap of faith and now guess what? Their faith in whatever deity they're worshiping wasn't strong enough because this thing sucks major dick. Yeah, take something that's great. People love the way it is. That's amazing. They want the original version of that. Put a huge adjustment here, here, and here. It just ruined the entire thing. What's another way I can convey this to you? The car. That's an amazing event. I drive a car. You know the car, right? Yeah, of course you know the fucking car. You know how a car has 4 wheels? Yeah, well, you do. I would assume that you... Shit, I'm not talking to cavemen. Anyway, imagine if they added a 5th wheel to a car. I'm not talking about the 5th wheel on the back of a Jeep. That's pretty useful and obnoxious. I'm talking about, like between the back 2 wheels. What the fuck would a 5th wheel do? How can I say this without getting in trouble? Change is good, except for when it's not, and it's just awful. Now, apart from the rambling, let me explain why this thing is awful. So, if the original G303 was a micro penis, then the Shroud Edition would be a chode. They made this thing so unnecessarily bigger, and why? Because if it shrouds hands better, newsflash, you're not selling just a shroud, you're selling to all of us. And as far as I'm concerned, most of the people buying this mouse are people who are... But guess what? People who buy the G303 for the G303 are buying it for the G303, not this puffed up thing you call a mouse. Okay. So, let me put this in the perspective. I don't have my old G303 because I took it apart, I lost some screws, can't really do a real comparison. But the original size was 115 centimeters long, 65 centimeters wide, and 37 centimeters tall. The Shroud one is 125 millimeters long, 63.5 centimeters wide, and 40 centimeters high. That's a 10 centimeter jump in length. That's a lot. And it makes this thing feel so clunky in my hand, unlike the original one, which just fits so well. I would say I have smaller hands. This may not be a problem for everyone, and I realize that now, but this video is for people with smaller hands like me. And guess what? I'm sharing my own opinion in a video that is my own. I don't like this. You may like it, but I don't like this. I was just so hyped for this thing, and this is my personal opinion, but the original G303 was a perfect size. It may not be to you, because this mouse is such an interesting shape that you have to grip it in a certain way. Now I can't grip it in that certain way. You have bigger hands, you may be able to. I can't. And guess what? I have a problem, so I'm making a video about it. Like, if it works for you, it works for you. That's about it. I just wish they didn't change it is all. This isn't really a review, it's more of a rant, like a fun video that I thought I could make, because honestly, it's good to be back. I'm not going to make any promises, because in my other videos where I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I haven't uploaded in a while, I say that I'm going to upload, but then I don't upload. Not really going to hold myself to that, because it's a lot. But if you wanted to find a review on this thing, it's been out for 2 years. You can probably find it from someone. Yeah, that's it. Bye.